Movers of the culture, of the culture. Movers of the movers of the culture. Movers of the culture, of the culture. Movers of the culture. Movers of the culture, of the culture. Movers of the culture, of the culture. Movers of the culture, of the culture. Movers of the movers of the culture.
People that look like us really grinding and like making strides for themselves.
Welcome back to another episode of Movers of the Culture. Man, I got a special guest here, you guys. We're gonna get right into it right after this, you guys. I'm not gonna sit up here and tell you that I used to be bald and that this product magically brought my hairline and my hair back. It's not one of those commercials. This is a commercial for Lady K Growth Promote. Man, it works. It's all natural. It's done in-house, black-owned company with a hair stylist that has more than 10 plus years under her belt. She takes it serious and it definitely works and it feels amazing. Welcome back to another episode of Movers of the Culture. As I stated, I do have a special guest in the building, man. A city native and man, a great guy to say the least, but he doesn't deserve, I mean, he doesn't need the introduction, but I'm definitely going to give him his roses and his flowers. So we're going to get into it. Bear with me. It's a little wordy. So let's see here. He's from the city of Columbus and puts the city on his back in his own way. He represents the city's music scene in a fashionable way. A true musician, has mastered numerous instruments and has partied. I mean, if you've partied in a Nasty Natty, also known as Cincinnati, then you've heard him play at some of the greatest events, some of the best clubs here in Columbus as well. He's a young man, but full of passion and talent, and above anything else, drive, man. So to stop talking,
Thank you,
it's
sir.
an honor to introduce you all to the one and only DJ Bangerz, man. How we doing today?
My guy, I'm doing great. Happy to be here. Thanks for having me on, man. Definitely happy to be involved with everything.
Word, nah, man, it's a pleasure. And we were speaking a little bit before. Starting this is so hard in the beginning stages of starting a company. But when you get to meet people like such as yourself, and like what I'm doing is like giving everyone that like to tell other people who they are, get to know more about them. Man, it's a great feeling. So it's a honor for me to be sitting down here with you, man. And thank you so much for sharing. We'll jump right into the questions. Tell us a little bit about who you are, where you're from, and how you got that music bug.
Most definitely. My name is Caleb Posey, also known as DJ Bangerz. You know what I'm saying? From east side of Columbus, Reynoldsburg, more specifically.
Wait.
Grew up in the Conservatory of Piano. That's where I learned how to read music and really got interested. The hip hop culture, the 90s and early 2000s rap music scene was ridiculous. So, that really got me interested in the music. As I got older and got to college, that's where I got into DJing, just to continue on with the music. So it's been a dream come true so far. I've had a lot of opportunities to meet people, go different places, and honestly just getting started, so.
Well, so how long have you been doing? So you mentioned, and we also mentioned, you know how to play like instruments for real, not just pushing buttons. So when did that start from your mother or somebody in the house, getting you interested in that, or is that something you just embarked on your own?
I think my mom kind of pushed it on me because she had heard about how piano is good for like the development of math and science. And that actually led into me being able to be in my like day job, which is an electrical engineer, you know what I'm saying? So that it's all kind of played together. So it started out as piano, and then once I got into the band, I started playing the alto saxophone. But because I could read music really well, my instructor would ask me to play other instruments sometimes. So I played clarinet, trumpet, trombone. I played the drums for a while.
Oh man, name them
So.
all, man. A real musician, man.
Yes, sir. I love music, and it really just started looking in my family. It just runs in the family. I have a lot of people that sing. other DJs, people that play instruments. So music in my family on both sides is just something that is just natural. So
Word. So you got that bug from the family, and then embarked and took on that journey for yourself as well. So so after getting out of high school, learning all the different instruments, then you started getting into DJing, and you said that was during college. Now, what was the transition? Was like, did somebody ask you to DJ at a party, or what was that moment where you was like, you started DJing officially?
Well, the moment I started DJing officially was after I saw my cousin DJing at a family reunion that we had, and I'm like, oh, it runs in my blood, and this is really here. But before that, just backtracking a little bit, I started getting into the party scene in college, promoting on campus at the University of Cincinnati, and I backpacked for one of the DJs, DJ Damo, and that's where I really learned about how to set up, how to be on the mic, how to really maneuver as a DJ.
Yeah,
And then like after I saw my cousin, I came back. I talked to DJ HD, another great DJ down there. And I was like, bro, how do you become a DJ? He told me buy your stuff and tell people, that you a DJ. So
yeah.
that's what I
Word.
did.
Word.
It's,
You put the work in, behind the scenes, instead of carrying crates, you were just, helping them set up and stuff like that. And then, you got the tools to just start it, and you just started. And that's what a lot of people, some a lot of people, we focus so much on the planning, and then we forget just to start it. You feel me?
yeah, you just gotta hit
So
the ground running.
yeah,
And
nah, so
that's what
that's special.
happened. I just reached out to HD. He ended up, helping me out a little bit. And then he ended up booking me more. Once I really got my name out there a little bit more, I started out doing house parties and stuff like that. I did some campus events. But then after, HD really turned me up, I ended up linking up with NKU. I became their official DJ, Northern Kentucky University. That's
Word.
like 15, 20 minutes from UC, and I did all their basketball games, their welcome events. So it was definitely teed over there. They showed me mad love. So it's been great opportunities I've opened up for all types of artists, Lil Kim, Moneybagg Yo. I mean, the list goes on and on. I mean, just Cincinnati and then coming back to Columbus and now moving down to Atlanta. It's just been great seeing all the different opportunities and concerts and events and being a part of some of this stuff too. So
Word. Nah, man, that's special to, so you officially started what year would you say you officially, like, you did your
2015.
first 2015, you did your first set.
Yep.
So
It
so
was like
from
the last weekend in May was like the first time my boy Jamal, he was a promoter too. He had a lot of house parties. He ended up booking me for it. It was a nerve-wracking experience. You don't want to mess up. You want to try to be on the mic a little bit. You want to try to make it all
yeah, yeah.
happen. I say it was okay. Obviously, you're not gonna come out the gate
On your
being
first
great,
time. Yeah.
obviously, but I don't think I did terrible. So it definitely started, got me a little more confident in being able to continue on. And so working and networking and talking with other DJs definitely helped out a lot to be able to get insight, where to go, what to do, what to say, how to, work with some of these promoters and club owners. So it
Word.
definitely, yeah, it was turned up back in Cincinnati for sure to get me rocking.
Nah, that's what's up, that you had that ability, not just the ability, but that you had the foundation, um in a place like that in Cincinnati, and the people around you to, to support the goal that you wanted to get towards. And like you said, 2015, like that's not that long ago. So you've accomplished all of this stuff within that amount of time. Um, what's that been like? It, just to look back and reflect on it. You name some of the things that you've done, but looking back, like, how does that feel that you've accomplished so much in so
Uh,
little time, kind of?
it's been great, just with my family being there to support me and through the grace of God being able to come upon these different opportunities. I really don't take enough time to look back and see and reflect
You're
enough.
working too hard. You're working too
Yeah,
hard. That's why.
I'm,
That's why this interview right now is the perfect opportunity. Think back and be like, and reflect on some of the great things you've done for real.
For sure. And just like, from NKU to the University of Cincinnati, I had a lot of events on campus there. Did a step show after party one year, sold out. It's just been a lot of different things. Even coming back to Columbus, doing a show with uh, DC Young Fly and them, and it's just been great, man. So I just really can say the power of networking is key. A lot of these things came off of word of mouth from me knowing somebody that knew somebody else that ended up plugging me in. So and then closed mouths don't get fed. You have to ask the questions. You have to take the chances and ask for things, or ask to get put in places. So it definitely has been a learning experience. And it's been a lot, within the last 5-6 years, but I feel like there's so much more to be done. So I'm happy to be where I am, but just continuing to press forward and move the culture forward is definitely the MO right now. So
Hey man, that's the best mindset to have. Even though you accomplished so much, still looking forward to accomplishing more, because there's a lot more you got to do just for yourself. So man, that's super special. Um, let's see here. So you've been like you've done so many different type of shows, from Cincinnati to Columbus. Now you're down in Atlanta. So what triggered that move to go down to Atlanta?
definitely to be in the midst of the hip hop culture. I'm trying to get on tour. That's my main goal. So being
Okay.
down here, being able to work with a plethora of artists that are all have that
You're in the
potential.
right spot to be.
You know what I'm saying? They just that, along with, I have a lot of family down here in North, South Carolina, Georgia, Florida. So being able to get down here and get more connected with them. I grew up in Ohio, only child, away from them. So like being able to come down here now and just, be a man and have, my own 2 feet to stand on, and create that relationship or foster that relationship more with them. And then obviously like just being in a major market. For a while it was Atlanta. I knew I was going to be here after college, and for a little bit I wanted to go to LA. Then I went out there in the midst of like last summer around 4th of July. It's like an 8.4 magnitude earthquake. I was out there
Oh
for
man.
that. You know what I'm saying? Like changed my perspective a little bit. And then all those fires has been going on and stuff out there. Like actually living out in LA, I mean, it's a different beast. Like I know I could do it
Yeah.
like financially or whatever. Like that's not the issue, but it's about those natural disasters. I'm cool on that. So I'll definitely be out there visiting, cooking up with the artists on the West Coast. But for now, I knew that Atlanta was definitely the place for me. And so I'm down here expanding my market with my production company, really trying to focus in on weddings and baby showers. And then obviously getting on tour, and then just moving forward that way.
Hey man, that's the best place to be, man. Especially with the mindset you have, in the like you said, you get to be around family and you get to pursue your goals, like in a place that's gonna embrace what you're doing. And if you do it good, what you do, they're gonna love it even more. So it's like, man, I like I said, we were speaking before, I can't wait to get back down to Atlanta, man. It's like it's nothing like it. It's
Nothing at
really like
all.
it's like it's like Wakanda.
It is. It's an experience of its own. It's like you don't see this many like people that look like us really grinding and like making strides for themselves, pulling up in Benzes, Teslas, whatever, just kicking it like it's every day, but out here it's different, man. The speed is different, and it's like the goals are bigger, it's just you can't be lazy out here. You definitely gonna have to get inspired, get motivated to get to work, or you're gonna get lost.
Indeed, because it's so many people that's doing what you're doing down there,
Yeah,
and so it's like you got to stand out, you got to go hard, but and it helps you though. It helps bring the hustle out of you.
for
So if
sure.
you
Cause
really got it, you're gonna thrive there.
you already know, G. Definitely looking
For real,
forward to
nah,
all the
man. That's
opportunities, just as far as meeting people, networking. Like I barely done got my feet well. I've only been down here for about a month and a half, so I'm just not really kind of getting settled in. So and then
yeah.
obviously we're in the midst of a pandemic, and what I'm mainly trying to do, we not doing. So you know, it's just a slow motion process right now. But as time goes on, and you know, we get out of this COVID phase, I already know
Oh yeah.
like it's gonna be jumping here in a little while.
Oh yeah. Oh yeah. I'm pretty. Isn't it still open, or did
I
they
mean,
put
it's
some more
still
restrictions on
open.
people?
It's still open. Like, don't get
Yeah.
me wrong. I'm just saying, like, as far as
Yeah,
just
yeah.
like
As far as touring
the
and stuff.
live shows and touring
Yeah.
and stuff, like, yeah, yeah, yeah. But as far as like the everyday, like, yo, we still kicking it. Like, some people wear masks, some people don't. You know, it just depends on how you feel. You know what I'm saying? Like,
Indeed, indeed. Nah, man. Hey, that's a big move to make, but one of the smartest moves to make. And talking about a little bit of getting through stuff. We've all had those times, where we kind of we kind of doubt what we're doing, or it might just be a tough time. We're like, man, like just with the corona itself. So when's been a time that you had to go through that, and how did you get through that?
you know, just for a while with social media and, you know, not realizing the perspective that you should have as a DJ when you see other DJs get booked for certain things that you feel like you should get, that can be frustrating, you know. So like realizing what you can control and only to focus on that is the biggest thing that I feel like. And then like focusing on positivity, count your blessings, you know, think about what you do have. There might be a couple of things that you want, but you don't need that necessarily. So it's like just count your blessings, focus on what you do have in your wheelhouse and continue to press forward with that. And then the other things that you want will start to eventually come and unfold. And then like Kobe was my biggest inspiration as a kid. So, you know, the Black Mamba mentality and just, you know, never giving up and not worrying about what other people say or how they feel. Like it just is the main, like all that in combination with itself is just uh creates an individual that's always going to press forward no matter what and bounce back
Indeed.
from any adversity. So
Word, nah, man. You said I'm gonna handle it. I'm gonna get through it, and you said a lot of stuff that's really important. I want people to really, understand and put into practice as well. And it's just, focusing on yourself, focusing on your own opportunities, focusing on yourself, and eventually, when you're ready for those blessings and those opportunities, they're gonna come. They're gonna come. So it's like you just got to stay focused on yourself. Don't be like hating on somebody else. Like, oh, I deserve that, because
right.
we all look at somebody, in the competition type of way and be like, it's all right, okay.
I feel like I still
I'm
got
gonna get
one.
there though, but you can have that one. I'm gonna get there though. So it's
Mhm.
always good, man. That's a good way to think about it, a perfect way to think about it. Now I got a couple pictures here, and so the next section is explain those pictures. Let's see here. I'm gonna pull these up and just give me a little bit of background detail on what's going on. I know we spoke about one, I do believe. Let's see here. Trying to get this Zoom stuff together,
Oh,
man.
you fine, bro. No worries. Take your time, G.
What you sipping on?
Just a little tea, nothing crazy.
Oh, got you.
It's Monday at 4 o'clock.
Word. Let's see here. All right, let's share the screen. Pull up. I think I'm doing it right. I honestly don't know if I. All right, here we go. Can you see my screen?
Yep.
Okay, cool. So I'll pull a picture up right here. So the first picture is this picture. Yeah, I mean, just give us a little background details on, what was going on. And let's see here. Come on and show up. All right, so it's not working. We'll get it together, and let's see here. Oh, here we go. All right, did it show up? Okay, there we go.
Okay. Yeah, so this one we out, you know, kicking it Callahan's this after one of my sets. That's my lady, you know. Been with her for coming up on 2 years now. She's
Word, big
wonderful.
congrats, man.
Love her to death, man. She's a real one. Always looking out for me, making sure to tell me, what I need to hear, not necessarily what I want to hear. So that's something you gotta respect and love.
Hey,
Uh,
that's a blessing. That's a
exactly.
blessing to come across somebody like that, man.
Always
For
keeping it
real.
real with me, man. I love her to death. So yeah, she's a real one. That's my lady right there. We work together. She's a DJ now.
Oh, word.
Yeah, I taught her how to DJ. And then
Oh,
she
man.
already had the ear. She just needed a little bit of technical, expertise to be showed her what to do, boom, boom, boom. And then she took off after that. So it's only a matter of time. She's about to really make a name with that coming soon. And then also she's a photographer, videographer, overall just creative genius. Um,
Boy.
I'm gonna plug her in. Definitely look her up. The K Aesthetic. She helped me create the Posey Productions as far as coming up with the name for my business. I had it as Bangerz Productions before, but to create something for the family and something that we can pass down. Definitely, some of her work right there, and then
And how do you spell her
obviously
name on
B
IG?
THEKAIS the
All right,
K
cool.
aesthetic.
And I'll put that in there. Man, that's
Yeah.
special, man. How does that feel that, you guys are not only, supporting each other, but you guys are headed in like in the same direction. Like she's doing something that's similar. Like she's DJing and you're DJing. So like
Mm-hmm.
we all want somebody like because they understand. They understand the late hours. They understand
Mm-hmm.
focusing on a craft
The
and
grind.
like having your time taken like away from that, but still like being able to give them only so much at certain times. So like, how does that feel to have someone that like understands what you're doing because
I
they're
mean,
going through it?
it's just a dream come true, man. I mean, I really couldn't ask for anything more in a woman or in a partner. She's always there for me to support me whenever I need it, and likewise as well. But it's just like Kobe and Shaq. I really feel like we the best team. Like we can make it through anything together. I mean, we moved in the middle of a pandemic, so you know what I'm saying. It's big lit. It's definitely big
Word.
lit.
Nah, man, that's special, man. All right. And then the next picture is this one
This
right
one
here.
right here, the homie, my cousin. It's like, nah, not my real cousin, but people say we look alike. DC.
Definitely some resemblance.
We were out at the Ohio Expo Center for Winterfest 2018. This was when I had just came back to Columbus. The year after that, I had just came back. But yeah, we were out. You know what I'm saying? I was DJing for him, and it was a few other people that were there that day. So it was definitely fun as fuck. You know what I'm saying? And good times. Meeting people like him, and I also met Maya that year, and a few other celebrities that were pretty nice, pretty up there. You know what I'm saying? So
Word. Nah, that's hard. So what was it like to meet them? Because they always say, you don't when it comes to celebrities, they say don't meet your idols, don't meet celebrities because most of them they're kind of mean or make you feel a certain type of way. But how was it, meeting some of these celebrities, including, DC Young Fly?
oh man, I mean it's been great. It's just you gotta have a certain mindset when you do. You can't get starstruck. You can't.
Yeah,
You just gotta be like like I appreciate your craft. I like what you do on the music or on the comedy or whatever that they do, and then you can kind of loosen them up off of that because most times they just expecting the people to just be super fanatic and stuff. But I mean, if you just chill, tell them that you rock with them, respect what they do, they'll be more likely to do give you an autograph or take a picture or whatever. So it's always nice and then seeing like how they move because one day you hope to be there, and so you just kind of take notes and just
yeah, yeah.
like I think the one of the best uh like interactions I had with somebody that was famous was when I met Two Chains at Ubon Festival in Cincinnati. He just looked at me like, "Who is this dude?" And I could tell like maybe he might knows, the energy or something. Hopefully
Yeah.
one day, especially back in Atlanta, we gonna cross paths again. And he remembers that. So we'll see what happens.
Oh yeah, man, that's special to have those moments. It's kind of like traveling. Like it's good for the soul because you get to interact with different people, different surroundings and stuff. So it's like, man, that's special. Like you've done so much on your own, met so many different people and rubbing shoulders and networking with them, and now you making another big step in your career towards something you really want to do. And like, man, that's special, man. That journey, that's something special. And you definitely gonna see him again. Definitely share that story with him, and we gonna share the story with him on this, so he'll be
Yes,
able to
sir.
watch it on here as well. So man,
Yes,
it's
sir.
it's it's a blessing to be able to document it, man, for real. So I really appreciate it.
Okay.
So the next part of the interview is, just give they're light questions. You either choose one or the other, or with these ones that I have chosen, let's see here. It's really just one answer for real. So the first one is, what's the best soul food place in Columbus, and what's a must to order item?
I'd say probably Madison for sure. For sure is a good stop, no question.
Madison. Where
Madison
where is
Soul Food over off of uh that's down off Broad Street, like
Broadway?
um damn, I can't remember what street.
Got you, but on Broad Street.
Yeah, well, it's not on
Madison.
Broad. It's like off of
Oh,
Broad. Hold on.
off of Broad. Got you.
Let me see. Let me see real quick. Let me
Yeah,
see.
yeah. No, I gotta see about that play. I haven't heard about Madison. I have to try
It's
them
it's
out.
on Greenway. Yeah, it's on Greenway off of
Greenway.
Taylor. So it's close to East High School. It's like,
Okay.
yeah. So I went to St. Charles, and it's right around the corner from St. Charles. One of the little spots I used to fuck with. Um,
Word.
but yeah, the mac and cheese is definitely a banger. So
Mac and cheese. Word. Nah,
yeah.
I'm definitely about to try them out. I'm gonna have to look them up right now for real. Nah, that's I have never
Sir.
heard of Madison. That's crazy. I thought I heard about all of the places.
I got you hip.
Indeed,
We'll
indeed.
see if it's good though. If you like it, if it's only if you like it. If you don't like it, it was a waste.
I'm sure I'll find something in there that I like. It's soul food. They gotta have something in there, man.
So keep it simple. Get some chicken, some fries. You'll be all right.
Yeah, yeah, for sure. Next one. Describe Columbus in one word.
Busy, man. It's just always something to do, and so many different cultures. I mean, festivals, especially in the summertime. You got the Asia Fest, the Rib Fest. I mean, the list goes on, and then there's always like, you got the zoo. They got stuff going on up north, and then you can, what I'm saying, out east they got their own, plethora of things to do. The malls, Polaris, Easton, like Tuttle. I mean, it's always something to do, somewhere to go, something to see. So that in one word, just busy, man.
Busy word. Nah. So everybody that's listening that's not from Columbus, come to Columbus. We got music. We
Yep.
got all the
Food,
festivals,
you
all
know,
different communities, the food.
yeah,
Like come to Columbus,
fashion,
man.
fashion shows and stuff, art. It's a lot tech. We number one tech city, so
Word.
you'll find something in Columbus. No cap, no cap.
Indeed, indeed. Word. All right. Let's see here. Um. So we talked about some of the things that you've accomplished, some things that you like, some of the step that you just made to ATL. Give us a little more details on your business, on the business end. The business that you started, other business ventures that you're invested in, and
Well,
some of those details.
mainly, Posey Productions right now. My number one go getter on the side hustle business side. We provide everything from in-house photography, videography, editing. We also do event planning, and we also, provide DJs, obviously, with myself and Kay, hosting services. Anything that you might need to bring your event to life, whether it's or an idea, if you need like product shots, stuff like that, or if you're a model or an artist, you need, take a photo shoot and get some pictures out there, or you need to plan a live event. That's really where we come into play, and we can provide all types of assistance. We got all the software, Photoshop, Logic, come
Yeah,
in,
yeah.
we real official with it. So
the whole package, man.
yeah,
Doing it
definitely.
professional. Hey, that's amazing. Because I looked at the website and it's a good website. I thought like it kind of looks like it's an agency website and like you're just on there, but it's your website. That's how good it looks. Like
Yeah,
it's in this.
so with that, I haven't even gotten my business website all the way together. That's just my personal website that,
Oh wow,
I need to get my business website together as well, though. It's all in the plans, it's coming. So,
indeed.
but I got the Instagram up. So if people want to see, things, Posey Productions is the Instagram website coming soon. And then, a lot of other things coming as well. We got the podcast that we produce. Wow, that
Okay.
we put out episodes. We need to start getting back on and getting regular with it. But it's all types of media outlets and just trying to help artists and other people create things from something and then some from nothing and make it into something.
Word. And where can people find the podcast?
It's on everywhere. Apple, Amazon, um, what was Tweezer, like all the outlets.
Word.
Just search the K Squared podcast.
K
It's
Square
K
podcast.
dash squared podcast, the K Squared podcast, and yeah, we got 3 episodes out. A lot more coming soon. So we just got to get acclimated and moved and get situated, and then the content will start getting unleashed.
Man, this black-owned company, Leafly, they make some strong toilet paper, man. I had to show them this. It's biodegradable, no chemicals. And I'm rocking with it. Leafly. Word, nah, man. That's to sit down. It's always cool to sit down with from all the people that I've interviewed. It's always like it's a good feeling and like always good energy. Learning about you guys like it's motivating at the same time too. So I mean, I can't say it enough, man. I really appreciate sitting down with me, man, and sharing your story, not just with me, but with everyone who's going to watch this, man. It's really a blessing for real. It's like
Hey,
you're giving
likewise.
us a little bit of the blueprint, man. I really
Likewise.
appreciate it.
Hey, I appreciate y'all, bringing me on, man, because it's like, you don't always get these opportunities. And when you do get them, you're so busy, sometimes you don't have time to do it. So it's like, glad we were able to link up, get some things, on paper and really, get in the studio and get some things recorded too, man.
Hey, we definitely got to do that. Let's see here. After meeting so many famous people and celebrities, you said one of your favorite ones. Nah, we'll skip that one. We already did that one.
Okay.
Let's go into a deeper question. So, with everything going on as far as our people, dealing with injustice and stuff of that sort, what do you feel is like with you being in Wakanda? What do you feel is like one of the steps to move forward for us to get justice or for things
Uh,
to get better?
I think we definitely got to educate ourselves and start at home with the future, our kids, and really invest in them and teach them uh, things that they're not teaching us in school about how to balance a checkbook, investing, how to budget. Simple stuff like that is going to carry us so much further. And then teaching them the power of knowledge, like it's something they can't take away from you. And then also just opening their avenues. College isn't the only option after high school. Just showing them that there's other things like trade school, things that they've taken out of our schools, a lot of vocations like that. just
Indeed.
just really like investing in that and like trying to keep the black dollar in our community by teaching them, how to be creative so that there's more creatives within our community that we can choose from and do business with. So it's like, we can't look to outside of our community for help. I mean, they're not going to want to help us because we're such a powerful people that once we do get on the same page and do get that right mindset, I mean, there's no stop. It's like how the Moors were. If you don't know who the Moors is, do your research, But
Uh-huh.
we
Talk
definitely was
about
like,
it.
they don't want us to get back to that harmonious way of life because it's going to cause them to be at risk and it cause them to potentially go extinct. And so that's why they keep us with this crab in a barrel mentality, because they honestly make money off of it. And they're continuing to press forward and get their generation set up while we're over here struggling. And they talking, I just saw an article headline the other day. I was talking about by 2050, the median uh, average wealth base, or the average wealth, what do they call it? Uh, income or total wealth is going to be $0 in the African American community on average. Like we're gonna, that's the way that our trajectory is going so bad that we already barely have savings. We live in paycheck to paycheck as it is. And I'll say we, you know what I'm saying, unfortunately speaking for more than not. And so if we continue on this way, I can see how that article makes sense. That headline makes sense.
Yeah,
So
yeah.
we really got to invest in our future. And, you know, some of the people that are older, they're set in their ways. They're a lost cause. Unfortunately, we can't. But the younger ones, the ones that still got hope, like, you know, our little cousins, our little brothers and sisters, those are the ones that's how we have a better future and a better tomorrow, is by investing in them right now.
Word, man. I can't say it any better, man. Like, I definitely agree. Education. And I definitely feel like in the recent, I say over the last, I say 3 to 5 years, I feel like our people, like that education, they're really pushing it. Like there's so many new podcasts, Instagram pages of people that's teaching people like earn your leisure. There's some like Black Wealth, like there's
Yeah.
so many people that's doing it, and it's a good thing to see. But yeah, if we had the resources and the freedom to actually, you know, do it without being forced to go against each other, then man, it'll take off a lot faster. But it's definitely happening, man. It's definitely
Oh
happening.
yeah,
But I definitely
definitely.
agree with the power of knowledge, man. That's definitely what we need to start focusing on more, and continue to spread that. And this is one way that I'm taking part and doing my part, is, you know, sharing everybody's stories, and it's education for everybody else, because there might be someone that might have gone through some stuff that you went through, or might not have gone through it yet, as far as, you know, following a career as a DJ. But you know, with them seeing this, they be like, man, he got through all that, and he did all these steps, so this is how I'm supposed to do it. I'm supposed to, you feel me, I gotta ask questions, I gotta find someone I can talk to, then they'll put me on. I got to network right, and then I might be able to, you know, go to a college and DJ for them, and that might turn into something else. So us sitting down, man, like I said, I'm not gonna be able to say it enough, but I'm gonna continue to say it, man. It's a pleasure, and thank you so much for sitting down with me, man, because we're doing it right now, educating people, man. Whether it's just about your story, or you know, how to follow a similar path that you're on. So, man,
For sure,
knowledge
bro.
and
Let's
power
keep
and
it going.
education, man.
Yeah, keep it
Indeed.
going, man. Like just like you say, you're doing your part and what you know, how you feel. And that's what more people need to go ahead and do, instead of being like complacent and just taking life and letting it do whatever it wants to do to them. They need to take that initiative to start making things happen for them, so that they can happen to life instead of letting life happen to them. So
Word. Hey, man. Can't say it no better, man. Let's see here. Uh, we've talked about what we talked about the journey that you've gotten here so far. Uh, the move to Atlanta, business that you're doing. Uh, your views on how to make our, you know, community better. Um, what's next for DJ Bangerz, man? Like outside of this, coming out of the corona, you know, what's next for you? I say within a year or two. What's a couple goals that you're looking forward to accomplishing, man?
definitely making my impact on the wedding industry from a DJ perspective.
Okay.
Starting to get into these wedding wires and these different publications, doing my networking with wedding planners, going to these when they start opening back up the conventions, for the bridals and the wedding, like that. That's
Uh,
where I'm pushing my business to focus on that, because it's like you do a wedding, it's gonna take 5, 6, 7 club events to be able to match that one, 8-hour wedding day. So it's like work smarter, not harder. And then like that can help you to expand more and get in front of more upper echelon people that might have a company that needs a DJ. So I'm more of like your corporate, I want to follow that route. And that's where I'm moving my, my DJ business towards.
Word. Get into the money, man. Get into the money and stay in yourself at the same time, man. Hey.
Can't beat
hey,
it,
man, you can't beat that, man. You get into the money, and that's the right way, man. You never, like you said, you never know who's going to be in there. So many different, when you get invited to a wedding, like you never know who owns a company or who else wants to get married. When you're in the club, right. It's like, yeah, you DJing good, you feel me? Let's have a good time, and then it's leaving, you feel me? But when you go to a wedding, it's like, man, so
that person
that's the right
really,
avenue, man.
Yeah, the DJ is really the focal point when you at weddings, because like the music is for a big occasion. So it's like you really getting critiqued every song, every transition.
Everything you say on that mic, like you're controlling the whole atmosphere for a whole wedding. Like,
for somebody's biggest day, like their wedding day, you know what I'm saying? Like I take that seriously. I always try to meet with the bride and groom as many times as possible. I do my part in asking them for their list of songs for, the cake cutting, first dance, blah, blah, blah. I got to make sure I have all that ahead of time because I want it to go smooth. I don't want to be scrambling, looking for stuff at the last minute. I want everything to be set up, and let's just run the script,
What?
So it's all about, communication and just talking with, people and just making sure everything is taken care of on the front end so that, when the big day happens, it makes it a lot easier.
Hey, so we put it out there. It's definitely gonna happen. I definitely believe in that. Like, I definitely believe that you're gonna be a force to reckon with in that area for sure. Especially when you go to the because I've been to one of the expos where they have it inside of like a mall or something, not mall, but inside of a arena or something.
Like convention
and it's
center,
convention. Like, it's crazy. Like everyone's everyone's signing up for everything. Like, man,
like whatever you need is going down.
And floors of it.
And I'm pretty sure they have slots where you can go up and DJ and perform so that people can kind of get an ear for how you. So I'm buy. I'm buying.
I haven't seen that. So if you do that, I mean, that's something different. I've never seen that.
Okay,
that'd be hard.
I don't know if they did it for the weddings. I know they do them for like the college and university expos when they're trying to get their talent for the come to their schools. They have big conventions for that too. But I haven't been to a wedding one yet, so I just assume they might do something like that. So
hey, you gotta be the first one.
I'm gonna be asking people.
If not, you'll be the first one.
Exactly. Change the game, like you said.
Hey, man, that's hard, man. Just one more question, man. We've talked about just about everything. But is there anything that we didn't talk about? Something that you want to, talk about? Whether it's an upcoming event or something you're doing now, something you want people to be focusing on while making this transition.
Nothing too major right now as far as content or parties. I really want everybody to stay safe, stay healthy, focus on getting a bag so that when we do get out of this pandemic, we can all eat and flourish together. You know what I'm saying? So everybody just really needs to take this time. We had about a year now where I feel like if you haven't been doing nothing in this time period to expand, invest in yourself, you're tripping. But luckily, you got about another year before this thing is over with. So, you know what I'm saying? Go ahead and get in your bag, find something you like to do that, you can eventually potentially get paid for, or if not, at least have an outlet for, your creative side. Because that's what they try to take away from us, as our creativity and our imagination. So stimulating that, it'll make you a happier person in a lot more areas. So that's my word of advice for the people right now, man. Just invest in yourself.
Word, man. Well, look, man, this has been another episode of Movers of the Culture, man. And I want to say, like I continue to say, it's been a blessing. It's an honor to sit down with you, man. To hear your story, not just on for me, but for other people as well. People that might have not told you thank you, or we appreciate you providing them with a great atmosphere and a fun time. And I just want to say thank you for them, for me, for my company, the people that's gonna be watching this, man. Thank you so much, DJ Bangerz. And I'm looking forward to, helping out any way I can. You'll be seeing on Instagram, I'll be sharing anything that you put up. And like I said, it's just all out of love. And anything else I can ever do, you got an event going on or anything, just send the information to me. You don't even gotta give me no details. And it just be a link. I'll post a link. You feel me? But anything, any way I can help out, man, into helping you and helping our community, man, I'm down for it. So please let me know. But
Likewise,
yeah,
my
that's
brother.
it, man.
Yeah, and likewise, man. If you ever need anything, thanks for making this platform. You know what I'm saying, for so people can hear people's stories and get inspired. You know, it's necessary. You know, we got a lot of negative media out here, but something positive, is definitely necessary. So I applaud you for that. Keep going, keep making those strides in your field, and let me know if you need anything as well, man. I got you.
Hey, word, man. Say less. Hey, continue to stay blessed out there in Atlanta, man. Continue to, watch your journey on Instagram, and always make sure I stay in contact with you. We definitely have to do it again in the near future, see how things have gone so far, all the things that you've accomplished. But until then, man, you're definitely a mover of the culture, man, and a young legend. So continue to do what you're doing, man, and know that other people are watching you, not just myself. As for motivation, just keep doing you, man. Keep doing you. You're doing an amazing job, man. I know you don't need to hear me say it. You already know it, but you're doing an amazing job, man. And to your queen as well, man. Continue to push each other. And thank you so much once again, man. I'm gonna let you go. Hey, and this has been another episode of Movers of the Culture.
Movers of the culture, of the culture, movers of the movers of the culture, movers of the culture, of the culture, movers of the culture, movers of the culture, of the culture, movers of the culture, of the culture, movers of the culture, of the culture, movers of the culture.
People that look like us really grinding and like making strides for themselves.